NBA Finals. And I had Mavs in 5. Now, seeing what happened in game 1, I'm definitely like, all right, Mavs in 5 might not be what is going to happen. I still got the Mavs winning, but I still feel good. Luka's getting his shots. The thing with Luka, what the Celtics will try to do is they want Luka to score but not get his assist. If Luka has 35 points and 3 assists, if he has 35 points and 4 assists, 5 assists, the Celtics will live with that. But what they can have is Luka having 30 points, 8 assists, 10 rebounds. Luka, 35, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. You can't have that where he's getting other guys involved. Now, granted, the Mavericks were missing open shots. You can't do that. It's the finals. It's prime time. You feel me? So you can't do that right now. Obviously, Kyrie Irving, he's got to play better. But superstars don't have back-to-back games. I'll say that again. Superstars, when they have bad games, they don't come back and replicate a bad game. I guarantee you, Kyrie Irving will have a sensational game 2. Sensational. It will be night and day from game 1 to game 2. Kyrie Irving is of that talent. He's of that ilk that when he has a terrible game, he will bounce back. I think when you have a guy like Derek Lively and, Daniel Gafford, obviously they struggled against Kristaps Porzingis. But to combat that, you need to tire Kristaps Porzingis out on the defensive end. You got to get him moving side to side. You got to get him exerting his energy. So whether that's you cutting in for lobs and having him try to contest, and that just tires him out, you have to be able to force Jayson Tatum to beat you. I'm so serious. If I'm the Mavs, I want Jayson Tatum to beat me. If Tatum outplays Luka, or if Tatum goes toe-to-toe with Luka, you live with that. You live with that. But what you can't do is have Derek White go off and Kristaps Porzingis go off. Like, nah. Shut them guys down and force Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown to beat out your your duo. You want to force Tatum and Brown to beat Luka and Kyrie. That's the matchup. That's what Jason Kidd should be looking at. The Mavs need to rebound better, right? Need to rebound better. So that's it too. And PJ Washington, obviously, he can't go 0 on 3. He's going to have to be a huge piece for the Mavs if they want a chance in this series. Now, I'll give Joe Mazzulla his credit. They did a good job of, getting Kristaps Porzingis in the right spots. I was a little bit nervous, the fact that Porzingis would be on the bench and all this stuff, but he came off the bench and was firing. So, Mazzulla, as much as I've criticized you, I'll give you credit for what you did in game 1, but it's only game 1. But shout out Jason Kidd. I'm going to say it again. Shout out Jason Kidd because he knows exactly what he's doing. He wants to, put some dissension in that locker room. And Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, they can try to say that they don't care about this best player title and all this stuff, and they don't care about being the best player on a championship roster and all that. But if Tatum hears what Jason Kidd said with talking about how Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics, in his mind, I predict Tatum is going to be like, oh, y'all disrespecting me. I'm about to prove to y'all why I'm that guy. And that might cause Tatum to take some ill-advised jumpers, to take some contested step-back three-point shots, which he is accustomed to doing. Tatum's the guy that, he'll rather take a contested jump shot instead of just getting to his spot early and hitting. You feel me? So this could be something that gets in Tatum's head to be like, I gotta prove to y'all that I'm really that guy on this team. I'm really the best player. And if it gets to that point to where Tatum is trying to prove something and he's taking ill-advised shots that he normally wouldn't take at such a high clip, that could prove to be a detriment to the Celtics. And Tatum's also thinking about in his head, I have the chance to take the face of the league title, potentially, or be in the conversation for best player in the world. You don't do that if Jaylen Brown is your best player. You don't do that if you aren't even close to being the Finals MVP. So what Tatum is also looking at is like, if I ball out of control and I prove to be the best player on the court and we win, that helps me a lot. Now maybe Tatum is like, I don't care about that. All I care about is winning. He's on some Tim Duncan stuff where he's just like, hey, look, Duncan, it was times when Tony Parker, he won Finals MVP. It was obviously times when Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP. So maybe he doesn't care about that. And look, that's a great trait to have because you got a guy like Tim Duncan who's got 5 rings. But Jayson Tatum is like, what you want to do, bro? What you want to do? And he's not that type of talent, I believe, that he can just start forcing up shots, I feel like. You feel what I'm saying, bro? So we going to see. But I love the fact that Jason Kidd is trying to put some dissension in that Celtics locker room. And let's see if that works out.